Sure. Last month, I literally was laying down something strong in my heart, my spirit. God was telling me to pray for my friend Brandon, bro. And all I seen in it was the Red Cross. And it just flashed across my mind like him slouched over, his white shirt, blue jeans, probably had his sandals on. And he was just slouched over. But in the vision, it was like more so he was on the ground. And then the flash of a symbol of the Red Cross from the hospital popped up. And I was thinking in my head, like, what the heck? Well, I need to pray for him. Literally last month I said this. I'm laying down, turned on my right side. I think I was watching, just about to go to sleep, or I was watching YouTube, and then it just kept nudging me. God kept nudging me to pray, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna pray. Cause I was wondering where was he? Like, I hadn't seen him in days, bro. I was when I didn't see him in one day, I was worried. 2 days passed by, I'm like, what the heck? I haven't seen him in a minute. It just popped in my head, and then 4 days later, I'm laying in my bed at night, and it popped up in my head about him. Like, I'm thinking in my head, yo, I haven't seen him. That's weird. He popped up in my head. Like, where is he at? Then just something just kept nudging me to pray for him, and then something just flashed in my, like a little mini visions of him slouched over, eyes closed, in the Red Cross symbol. And I'm getting shivers when I'm talking about this, bro. And I finally did a little miniature prayer for him, and I also apologized to God days later, because when I found out when I was on the porch, I didn't know why I had to pray for him, because I'm thinking in my head, he's fine, but something's telling me he wasn't, to pray for him. And 4 days later, I'm on the porch trying to go into the front office. Nobody was responding. I turned around, and I see him walking up the steps, and he said hey to me. I heard and hugged him, and he made a joke saying, you know you get the best hugs, right? And he was just smiling at me. He knocked on the front office, and we was talking on the porch. And I was like, where are you? Hey, what happened? Like, he was like, oh, I had a seizure. And I'm like, oh, dang, really? Wow. And then Miss Kim told him to come into the office. He came in the office. He opened the door. He left the door open. And then I walked in after him. And I was trying to ask Miss Kim for my RA for something. And he was asking for his medication from her. And I was continuing my conversation with him. I was like, yo, I was wondering where you was at. He was like, yeah. I was like, and he was on the porch before we went in the office. I asked him if he was okay. He was like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, he was telling me, yeah, he was in the hospital. I'm like, yo, that's probably why God showed me that. The hospital logo on him slouched over. Bro, you know, I just found out today that I told this new girl that's now at the shelter that I literally was showing him slouched over, eyes closed. I didn't say the outfit he was wearing, but I said his eyes were closed. He was wearing a white shirt, blue jeans, which he usually always wear, and his slippers. His sandals with his toes out. Tell me why. I found out a day ago, or 2 days ago, I guess you could say, at night after I came home from work. In the office in January, when I was in the office, back to what I was saying, I told him, yo, God told me, I felt it on my spirit. God was telling me to pray for you, and I did. And I needed, I prayed for you, and and that. He was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I was like, yeah, I just felt it in my heart to pray for you, because, God was showing me that you was probably in the hospital, or you was in need of a prayer, and I just did. And he was like, oh, thank you. You're so sweet. And then Miss Kim asked me if that was all I needed, because I asked her. She gave me whatever I was coming in there for, and I left out, and I was like, all right, see you. We had conversations even after that, talking about my job. He was telling me to keep going, don't give up. Just so kind-spirited, man. I just found out today. Something said to me, I was in a room, and I felt like it was God. God was telling me about the fact of, it popped up on my mind about suicide. I said, he ain't suicidal. He don't look, and then all of a sudden I believe God cut me off and said, you don't gotta look like it to be suicidal. And I said, I just said, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm like, I don't think he did that, right? I don't think he would do that, because I'm thinking in my head, he got a family. And I just found out. And I said something in my space, asked me, like, it's popped up in my head that he was found dead, sitting up, slouched over. Something told me to ask, it just popped up in my head that he was found, like it was suicide. He was found sitting up, right? Tell me why. I'm in the cafeteria eating. This dude I'm cool with told me he was found. I went to the meeting.
Okay, I'm like it. Last one too.
Oh, okay.
Ready, Justin?
I'm thinking so, but I'm gonna.
But she said it doesn't show anything recent, but it's like a thin line saying, I guess she said I haven't passed, but it's showing, I guess, on the thing. Yeah, it's like, yeah, some shit like that. I was like, no.
Thank you.
You good?
Gotta go pack my bags, bro. If we joking together, my humor don't matter.
Yeah.
But if I offend something, man, fucking tell me right away, and I'm good.
Because when the first
I don't try to do that.
the first time you offended her, she quickly said no. Like, you remember when?
Because she was laughing. I made a joke, and the reason why I made a joke is because she had just told me that she liked white boys.
Yeah.
So that's why I said you want the white cake, right? And I had just told her that I don't mess with white girls. I said, I want the chocolate one. And she went, and she got the cake back in. I didn't know that bothered me, but it didn't. It bothered her the next day.
Yeah, I'm saying that's why I was like confused. I'm like, you was just laughing. She was like, I couldn't handle how uncomfortable. I was like,
I had to explain that shit.
so they had, because that's why when I wrote my report, because they asked me if I witnessed the things, and I said, yeah, I mean, I witnessed it, but did I believe it? Like,
She told me everything, and she goes, I said, what do you think? She goes, Mike, I hear you talking to everybody. She goes, everybody like you, like everybody's cool.
yeah,
She goes,
that's what I'm saying. I said, I like
be
him because
high and move around. I said, with who? They're like, she finally told me, and I said, I ain't got no problem with V. I told her, I fuck with V. I said, we talking about random shit. We were all trying to go to church. I said, but I said, the other one, I said, I just think she got offended that I said no to her. And she, that's probably what it is. She goes, just watch how you talk to people. Just so you know, what happened in there was, I told both of y'all, hey, let's go, you want to watch movies tonight? And she showed up by herself.
yeah,
And then here's what she's telling me. She goes, hey, if you have the game back in here, who is it?
she told me.
And I'm like, and so I'm mentioning, I said, well, none of them old ones.
Yeah.
Just play this. She goes, okay. She goes, oh, so it's V. I said, I didn't say that. I said, none of the old ones, but you can figure that out. And she goes, okay. And she goes, well, I like somebody here. Guess who? I said, well, I'm going to guess tomorrow. I'm like, now I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm like, what the fuck?
I said the reason why I rushed in there because of the fact that I'm feeling like, because first of all, she usually waits for me. Like the first time we watched the movie, she waited for me because she said she didn't want to be bothered by herself in there. And all of a sudden, she rushes to go into the room with you, and then in the cab, she was talking about how she was going to ask you if you liked her or not.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
did all
you're
that.
not
And
confusing.
then
Like,
got me trying to get me in trouble. Man.
yeah,
Like,
I said to her, I'm like, how you report somebody if you keep trying to be in their face?
Yeah, and then she does, and that's what I'm saying. She has an issue, and like I said, I don't care. I'm not gonna hold nothing over her head, nothing like that. I just want her to be okay. She needs to, this is a safe area for her. She doesn't act like that, but she don't need to put people on Front Street like that for every little thing. She can get alienated, and she's gonna be back in the same situation.
And I'm telling her, like, she will lose real people around her by doing that. Like, that's
She
not
goes off on everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. The way she talked to me, I was like trying my hardest not to, cause I swear on my life, I swear on my soul, I would knock her off her feet. I'm real street with it. Like, I don't act like where I'm from, but like we don't play them type of games. Like, I'm just really calm and cordial. Like,
I was making pancakes this morning, and she happened to be one of them in there. I was making them for all of us. And then she started talking out of the fucking side of her mouth. I'm like,
what she was saying to you?
no, not to me, around me. But she only does that when she sees me there. She's like, okay, she's like a jealous ex who tries to make you jealous. But they ain't my ex. She brings this shit up like, oh, you know, I can't wait to get back and grab my father. I'm like, she's talking to Johnny about that shit. I'm making pancakes here, but there's a whole steak there. And I'm about to offer it to her. I don't know what she said, but I just turned around like that.
I'm so shocked at what you told me though. Like, when did that happen? Wait, what day was that? Do you remember?
It could have been before you invited her, that's time you invited her to sleep?
The first time, she was wait, so the door was quiet and she was just, seeing was just standing there watching it? You told me something I didn't even know. Jonathan, know?
No, what?
No, tell him what you know what she just told me?
You are because you was I was going to hide. She was sleeping.
And Elizabeth was there.
One.
You sleeping?
No, she said that the door was cracked and she was seeing her standing over my bed staring at me.
Yeah, he's fine.